What is going on, guys? This is Kiodiekin, and we have another good one for you today. And ooh boy, man, Out of My Mind Arcade is back at it again. This is probably one of the most impressive images I've seen on the Pi 4. This one is very unique, and honestly, this is probably the best combination of games I've seen. Reason why I say that is this is running on an Android-based operating system, and of course, this has a number of different arcade games, as well as all the Zen Studio Williams and Zen Macquarie. I'm not sure how you pronounce that actually. Zachary pinball games on here. Outstanding. I mean, he's really outdone himself this time. If you guys have seen my previous video with the pinball image, he went ahead and added that. Plus, he went ahead and added additional arcade games, console games on here. I mean, this thing is massively impressive, all rolled into a 128 gigabyte image. This will work for your Raspberry Pi 4. Fellas, you know what time it is. Let's get into it. This thing's impressive. So this is a 128 gigabyte image. It's not Pi shrunk. You don't Pi shrink the Android OS. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. You have 10 Android-based games. You have 835 arcade games, 1 Game Boy Advance, 200 and I think it's 232 Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS 25 games. Nintendo Entertainment System, you have 1076, and this thing is fully loaded. 7 PlayStation, and let me see if I can actually read that. I know it's kind of difficult with the text. Let's see, we got 11 PlayStation Portable, 7 Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, we have, what does that say, 815 games. Super Nintendo 970. So those are all the games that are loaded on here. And he has some nice wheel art on here as well. I mean, I wish Emulation Station kind of looked like this. I mean, I know it can, but it's a different operating system. But the cool thing about this is you are getting a fully wrapped all into one image. This is no longer just pinball. This has a little bit of everything on it. I mean, the graphics are great. I mean, this guy really does his work. If you guys are familiar with Robot Matrix that I debuted here on the channel several months ago, same creator. He does all the good work. I mean, he's also a modder too, and I definitely reached out to him to let him know what my thoughts are, but he definitely takes his time with this kind of stuff. So again, just to let you guys know, I did have some difficulties with this booting and also maintaining its consistency while it was on my original Pi 4 that I typically do all my reviews on. I think it may be an eeprom issue or an update, but currently I am using my Raspberry Pi 4 8 gigabyte model as well as my new Raspberry Pi 4, the one that has the COT code at the end that I got at Micro Center a few weeks ago. Both of those I know are eeprom updated, so it hasn't resulted in any freezing or booting. If you guys have seen, if you guys are on my Facebook page, I live streamed a little bit of this yesterday and it rebooted 6 times. I don't know what causes that, but I can tell you that happened on my Pi. So if you guys are having that issue, then you may need to do an eeprom update, or it could be something else. So I did reach out to the creator to let him know I was having that issue, but I don't know what the fix may be. So I just used a different Pi. So again, these are the arcade games that are on here. I mean, this thing looks great. All the controls are fully set up. You also have RetroArch installed on here as well. Let's take a look at something else. You got different genres as well, as far as you have first-person shooters. Man, 2D games. You also have 3D games. You got about 43 of those. And I think there's some Grand Theft Auto on here as well. I want to double check that. I mean, this thing is just massively impressive. I love all of his artwork. I mean, he's really detailed. But I think he may work with the team. I'm not sure who is on his team, but we definitely want to give a shout out to them. Don't want to leave them out because a lot of people put their time in working into stuff like this. All right, let's go ahead and bounce back. Got all the SNES games here. We have our favorite categories. Don't see anything in favorites right now. Have your apps and web browser. And this thing is also set up, if you do want to use pinball, you can go ahead and set up your buttons. So if you do have the At Games Legend Ultimate or one of the other type of pinball style arcade cabinets, this is already set up for that. So you can already have your maps or your button maps. Now the image that you are currently looking at, this is the horizontal version. There is a vertical option, so you guys don't have to worry about rotating the screen. I'm only using the vertical option because, I'm only using the horizontal image because for this video review, it fits perfectly well with the TV and all that good stuff. So aside from that, yes, there is a vertical image if you want to put it on a vertical arcade cabinet. Everything is perfectly set, so you guys don't have to worry about rotating the screen or following one of my other previous tutorials in order to do that. So again, we have all these arcade games here. At the top, you have all of your additional options. These are your controller-based games. Now keep in mind, some of the games that are on here require a keyboard. Some of them may require a mouse as well. These are the mouse games. I believe the only mouse game, there's like several of these here. You got 3D Bowling Battle, which I showed on the channel the last time I showed this image. Arcade Bowling 2, Bingo. So you got some good bowling games out here. So I know a few of you guys have bowling cabinets, so this would probably be the best recommended image for you in that regard. Movies and more, I believe there is a Kodi app on here. AMC, CW, Kodi, MTV, Netflix, so you guys get all the other good stuff. You can play your music on here. Now, this image has a ton of copyrighted music on here. In fact, I was live streaming on my other channel the other day on my personal Facebook page, and I think I got like 20 different copyright notifications. Just let me know what was going on. Open board, you have some open board games on here as well. You have Pinout. You guys can check the previous video for that. Have it on here. You also have launch screensaver. You can also hook this up to your home computer using Steam Link and play all of those games on this image as well. So again, we have Pinball Arcade, and you have all the pinball games that are on here. Let me go ahead and launch that one. Just want you guys to take a look at it and see. But yeah, if you guys are in the market, instead of having RetroPie with emulation station or track mode, this is another good look for a good image. Let's go ahead and back up one more. We got Droid Tools. Let's see what's in here. You got boot animations. You have all your different setups here. Droid Optimizer, ES File Explorer. So if you guys want to download this, make sure you subscribe to a few of the groups that I'm in, such as Arcade Paradise, RetroPie Official, and several other groups. I know that Out of My Mind is hosting this with a mega link. I don't believe Arcade Punks has this as of yet. I'm sure they will, because this is definitely another must-have. You also have Rycast and RetroArch. So again, if you guys currently have that existing or the two previous pinball images, I would recommend deleting that and just going with this, because this has everything on it plus more. You have all of your Williams pinballs. Let's go back and see. I'm going to just double check. I know everything should be on here. Let's go ahead and launch that. You get all of your hot selection of pinball tables. Now, the splash screen video that launches with this image when it first starts up, keep in mind that is only a GIF animation. That's not a full splash screen, which you guys would typically be accustomed to with RetroPie. It's a little different, so that's why it won't have any sound. But if you're playing it and you don't have any sound, there's no problem with that. That's absolutely normal. Let's see. Do I need a? Okay, I don't need a mouse for this. All right, let me see if I do. I think I need a mouse. Let's go ahead and switch over. Go ahead and play offline. Here we go. Play offline. Let's say you're not connected to the internet. All right, so since this is the horizontal image, you can see that you're going to have black bars on the side. Of course, this is only if you're playing on the TV, but you can change the image and adjust all of that. So again, this is a really nice image. I mean, you guys are getting all the pinball tables that you can ever dream of in terms of gameplay. Let's go ahead and pull up one of these here. Let's go to arcade play. Let's go ahead to cancel. Let's go ahead and back out of there. Let's check out another table really quickly. And there are first-person shooter games on here. Nice custom touch on the background. You get some videos playing some first-person shooters. And again, here's your full library of this particular section that has all of your pinball layout. So let's go ahead and back up out of here. We've already demonstrated this here in a previous video. So again, here are all your sections. You have all of your pinball, and I believe the last one is Zen Studios. And then of course here on the far right you have all of your options where you can adjust your themes. You can even change your user face on here, interface on here as well. You can also scan for ROMs. So if you are looking for a very cool image, something that's really robust and really different than RetroPie for the Pi 4, I would highly suggest getting this one. Download time is not too long, but again, you make sure that you have a MegaLink account because that's the only way you can currently download this. And let's pull up one of these old-fashioned retro games. Let's see what we have available. This is a very well-rounded image. I love it. This is definitely another top favorite for the Pi 4. My God, man, how many games did you add? That's right. It's like, well, I wish let me see if there's another way to search for them. So we got Centipede on here too. All right, this one's stretched out a little bit only because of how the game runs or how the front end is made. Really nice. Yeah, he definitely outdid himself this time. Yeah, this is really cool. I like this. All right, let's go ahead and exit out. RetroArch runs just the same way it does with other interfaces and front ends. So if you guys are familiar with Emulation Station, runs pretty much the same way. Got a stack of games here. 835. We're not going to go through all of them. But again, I would have to say this is in my top favorites. He has a lot of cool themes on here. Heavily, there's a lot of rap music on here and other different types of genre. But I think this will be a good image for just either the casual gamer or the retro gamer, just any hobby enthusiast. I mean, this is something that is made to entertain you, where you're not having to switch SD cards back and forth if you're building a home arcade. So again, guys, consider subscribing to the channel. Make sure that you hit up Out of My Mind Arcade. He is also on YouTube as well. I know he also has several other video demos with this particular image, but give him a holler. I mean, he put in a lot of good work for stuff like this. So, wow, this is a lot of work. Somebody definitely put in the wrench time. I'll catch you guys later. You guys all have a great day. Pick it up, download it. Until next time, peace out.